Greetings everyone, and as you might have guessed, we are back with another week of Batt's Picks. Now, normally I try to bring you, nice, well-rounded games. I look through all of the different records of all the different games that came out, and like, is this one going to be good? Nah, and I throw that one away. And I meticulously go through and try to bring you back the best games, so you can view them, either on your way to work, maybe when you get home from school, whatever. It's summer now, so some people had plenty of time during their vacation. But whenever you do it, I want to make sure that you have the best games to go over when you are doing that. But today is not going to be particularly one of those days. Because today, we have a theme. We are going to go over one person. I'm bringing you one player's games, and only one player's games. Though you know what? I think you're going to like them. Check them out. The first game, as you might have been able to tell immediately from the board, we have ourselves a bit of a fighting game. And you might even be able to tell immediately from the names who exactly it is we're focusing on. I'll give you a hint, it's not the 5-Dan. That's right, we're fixating on, Ke Jie. Why him? Why him? Well, because he's had an amazing quite a few games, right? He was on a really great winning streak. And not to spoil, the entire series of games I'm bringing you, but Ke Jie is one of those players who, everyone, now and again can have a pretty good record against someone that maybe they shouldn't have been able to beat. Like, let's say, I don't know, let's not insult any players here. Who should we name? Let's say there is a 9-Dan player from Russia, professional of course, named Mr. Ring-a-Ding. Now, Mr. Ring-a-Ding got to 9P, congratulations for him. But, he might be one of the players that you don't really expect to win anything, right? His main accomplishment is getting a professional 9-Dan status, great for him, but you don't expect him to win a title match. You don't expect someone like Mr. Ring-a-Ding to just completely start sweeping everyone. So when someone comes along, let's say someone like Ke Jie, a little bit lower ranked, 4-Dan as we can see here, and beats Mr. Ring-a-Ding, not all that surprising, right? Because congratulations, he got to 9-Dan, but that's been about it. That's not Ke Jie, and you're going to see that shortly. Suffice it to say, this first game is against a mid-range player, a professional 5-Dan player. And it's going to be a very aggressive game. If you're interested in seeing how Ke Jie is doing and you want to see one of his aggressive games, check this one out, because a lot of them that I'm bringing you today aren't going to be like this. Second game, I'm bringing you another one of Ke Jie's games. As you can see here, this looks like it's going to be a bit more framework oriented. Guess who's making the framework? Well, Ke Jie is making the framework. Ke Jie in this game is in fact black. You can see the framework he's made for himself. So you might be under the impression that maybe this is going to be a bit more of a passive game. Well, no, this one's actually going to be an aggressive game as well, so bear that in mind if you decide to download this game and check it out, which I heavily recommend that you all do. Ke Jie has been on just absolute fire lately, and if you want to be able to fully appreciate just like what he's accomplishing lately, you want to make sure that you download this series and take a look for yourself. Third game we're bringing you, as you can see immediately, yes, Chinese variation. In fact, a little bit unusual, because as you can see here, it's mini Chinese variation, not micro. We've been seeing a lot of micro lately. Seeing a lot of low, a lot of micro, but here is the mini, so it's almost as if it's old school, which is kind of weird. Cause I remember when it was kind of just new. That's how far back I go. Bite me, young people. So, if you want to see an older style game, let's say, of Ke Jie versus a 9-Dan now. Yes, that's right, we're stepping up to the 9-Dans. You've even probably seen me either give a lecture on the white player on this particular 9-Dan before. Maybe you yourself have played some of his games. He is not a player like, what was his name? Yeah, Mr. Ding Dong. He's not a 9-Dan of that caliber. He has, his fair share of accomplishments underneath him. He's beaten his fair share of really good players. so that Ke Jie can come up and take him down is something that you definitely want to take note of. So Ke Jie against a really strong 9-dan player, definitely recommend you download it. And I hope you look forward to seeing who's up next. So our fourth and final game, we have had thus far, we've seen Ke Jie playing against some mid-level Dans, right? Some mid-level, not your top players. We've seen him against your pretty strong 9-dans, not your top players still, not your top players. Doing pretty well against them, but how would he do against a top player? A player, let's say, who happened to be playing a best of 10 against Lee Sedol right now. How would he be doing against one of China's top players? How does he do then? Has his growth come so far that he could beat even the likes of Gu Li? Is that possible? Has Ke Jie come this far already? And if he has, I think it's pretty safe to say he's obviously the next Lee Sedol. Won't tell you how the game goes. You can see over here, it appears to be a framework v framework game. And some people do get upset that I show you the beginning of the games. But if you think you know where this game is going, may want to be careful about that. You might not be entirely certain. So I recommend you download and find out for yourself just where this is going. So there you have it. Ke Jie's games, nice little roundup. He's been playing everybody and he's been on absolute fire lately. And if you've downloaded these games, taken a look at them yourself, then you know exactly why I've been picking his games to show you guys. I mean, this is amazing stuff right here. The next Lee Sedol, right at the time when the current Lee Sedol is like, maybe it's time I start retiring, get out while I'm on top. Alright, is that going to leave a vacuum? Or are we going to have to wait and wait and wait until the next player of his caliber rises to the top? No, it looks like he's already here. And that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. You don't get that very often. So I hope you've been enjoying this guy's games. I know I have. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.